everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2023 Volkswagen Atlas, and we're going to do the rear chrome delete installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how the chrome looks before doing the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So we use the gloss black material in order to black out the entire rear panel. Link for the product will be provided below. With that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So before we start with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the panel that is going to be worked on. So all we need is water and baby shampoo mixed together in a spray bottle. Once you have your solution, spray it onto a clean microfiber towel and start cleaning any contaminants that the panel may have. You can also use another different type of chemical that is safe to use to clean the panel. Just make sure you remove any coating or any wax if the panel has any. That way the film is able to tack down perfectly fine without falling off or damaging the adhesive of the film. So as long as the panel is completely clean, you should be good. Okay, so once you finish prepping the panel, now we can start with the installation. With this one, all we need to make sure is that we align the lettering of the film to each section of the letter of the Atlas. So make sure you just align it and tack it down. And just make sure when you install this part to help it tack down, and make sure to remove any air that may be trapped around each letter. So we want to make sure there's no air. That way there's no creases later down the road when we're tacking down and applying heat. And if you need to lift or readjust it, you can. Just be very careful when you're doing this step. You don't want to accidentally crease the film. And that's pretty much it. Once you secure this middle section, just work your way to one end and finish it off on the other end. Make sure you're covering the chrome. And then once we're done tacking everything down, we'll apply heat to help the adhesive on the film start molding to the design of the panel. And then we'll trim off excess material. So now we're moving on to the section that covers the side panel. So with this one, align it from one end. All we need to do is make sure once you align it, we're covering the chrome. You can give yourself a little bit more extra material, that way it just covers more on the edge. Once this is secured, make sure you place the film and align it to the top section. So use that as a guide to align the rest of the film. And what you can do just to help it become more easier to tack down is follow the body line, this small body line that the chrome has. So lift it carefully, follow the body line, and place the film right on the edge. You can always rearrange it, lift the film if needed, but just make sure everything's being covered. So we're going to start on the area that has the curve first. So just make sure, go side by side, help it tack down. You can also apply a little bit of heat just to help the fingers shrink, and it's more easier to tack down. So we shrink the fingers and now just tack them down side by side, and now we should be good. No creases, everything's flat. Do the same steps for this top section here. You may need to lift the film carefully. That way we're able to hold it, lift it, and tack it down. Apply a little bit of heat, and then just carefully start squeegeeing to tack everything down. And make sure you're always squeegeeing at an angle, that way we don't crease the film. And just lift and continue applying heat until you reach to the top. And you can always lift this part, just carefully lift it, that way we're able to tack it down here, and then just lay it back flat. As long as this whole entire section is flat and the bottom, if you have fingers on top, that's perfectly fine, because right here on this area, this is where we're going to trim, so that's perfectly fine. And just make sure you secure the rest of the film, lift it, tuck in as much as you can, and the rest will be extra material and we'll trim it off. And don't forget about this edge. Apply heat, and then we should be good. And once we finish applying heat, now we could trim off the excess material. For the top section, there is a gap in between the tail light and the actual panel. Create an outline, insert your blade where that outline is located, and just trim off the excess material. Remove it, and you should be good. You see how there's no more fingers anymore? And then just finish off trimming off anywhere else where we have excess material. And the same steps that we're done here, repeat it to the other end, and then we'll finish off by post-heating the film. So the last thing to do once you finish with the entire installation is to post-heat each panel that was worked on. So all we need to do is grab our heat gun, apply heat evenly throughout the entire panel. That way we help the adhesive on the film activate faster, and if there's still any film lifting around the edges, we just apply heat and help it tie back down with our squeegee. So take your time when you're doing this step, and then when you're done with this process, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the rear chrome delete installation for the 2023 Volkswagen Atlas. We hope that the video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.